All right, everybody, welcome back in the Golden Tee Lounge. It is Friday. It is Freaky Friday time. Don't mind this box. We're moving soon. Kevin Lindsay here, Golden Tee Lounge. We are live. It is Freaky Friday. It is one of our best of Freaky Friday series. It is the reverse round. So we're going to take you through some of our favorite, the best looking, the most scoreable shots or scoreable holes in Golden Tee Live history. We're going to start at hole 18. You're looking at Desert Valley 18, and we're going to go all the way backwards through the 15 years of Golden Tee Live course history down to hole 1. Let's we got to change this up a little bit. We're going to change it up. We're going to throw back. Let's go to Greg Kinsler. We're going to play as Greg Kinsler. 2007 fat face Greg Kinsler, and I say that only because he's a good friend and he knows I'm kidding. But we're traveling all around the world, so we got to have something snazzy. Also give some of our friends time to join us through YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Mixer. I know you guys are, that's why we kind of give some time for you guys to get in, get settled in, get the Facebook watch party started so you guys can join us as well. Should probably show the comments here, so when you guys have your questions and all kinds of stuff going on. Where are you? Chat. There we go. $4,175 in the prize pool, although I'm realizing my graphic is incorrect and looks like we're giving away $41,000. So we're going to fix that. That's what happens when fat fingers type fast. We'll call that that. All right, so $4,175 in the prize pool, $379 top prize in today's contest. Joe Massar with a 43 under, a handful of 41s, a lone 40 from second place in the Golden Tee World Championship, Mr. Jared Decker, a lot of 38s and a few 37s. So everything in between. Crazy scoring wise and potential here, so we've got a lot of work ahead of us. As always, we will play 3 to 5 games depending on time and how awful or how well I am doing. Adam Kramer has been hitting lots of real-time rival shots on this game in the Golden Tee Lounge today, so we're just gonna go ahead and clean this off now in advance. We also will have a GT Freebie Friday giveaway coming out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram after this live stream is over, so about 6:30 or so. And then tonight we will have our 5th and final Freaky Friday 9-hole preview. I believe we are down to the all par 5 mixer, so we're bringing Freaky Friday courses into casual mode, and we've been throwing the first 9 holes out there so far. Chris, Mike, all of you guys, thank you for joining us on social media. There's a lot of you also in our Freaky Friday Golden Tee fan watch party. Let's kick things off. This is hole 18 of Desert Valley. Nice little par 3 that's actually pretty scoreable today. It's actually a really pretty, you couldn't ask for a much better setup. Now, there's a chance that I screw this up. Look at that. Look at that. We've got a bunch of people on YouTube debating what the final score will be in today's Freaky Friday contest. Danny Boy, Mr. Bob Squibbit himself thinks 43 will win it. We've got a few 44 unders. Timber Bay, number 17. This is an interesting par 5. I want to say this is from 2011, maybe? I can't remember. It's the old age, but a couple different ways you can approach this. So you can take a 3-wood or a 5-wood layup and hopefully funnel your shot through the trees. The other option that we might do is you can powerhouse a C3 or some form of a C3 out there, or even just hit a straight B2 shot, and then you're going to have a lot of hill to deal with. So that's the one thing. Let's take a look at the flyby. We're going to do this weird go through the trees. There's a lot of trees here, but this is actually perfect because you can see how crazy that hill is. So we will try this way. We're going to have, I mean, it's down 10, right 3, so we are going to have a heck of an up putt but I think we can manage it.
He's sitting pretty.
Nice little 5-wood actually is what I'm gonna hit. I forgot to lock the deck. Actually, that looks like I might get... That was actually pretty beautiful. The big thing you want to avoid there is hitting the rough and or the wall, because if you hit that wall, you're definitely going in the water. If you happen to get lucky and catch part of the rough downslope, you're just going to have a long putt or even a chip. So in that instance, because we were able to club down to the 5-wood and kind of powerhouse it, actually ended up pretty well. Hole 3, this is Mystic Hills, hole 16. Actually a beautiful, beautiful look here on the par 4. Really wish I would have hit that shot straight because it might have gone in. But that's all right. As you can tell by some of the scores out there, this is definitely a scoreable course. Speaking of scoreable, we're going to do something fun on Monday. Monday is Labor Day. A lot of you have off. I know we are off here in the offices. I will most likely be doing a live stream sometime Monday, and that could mean 12 a.m. Or 12 a.m. Monday morning, early Monday morning or early afternoon, whatever the case is. But we will have some form of a Monday mix-up, and here's why. Because I want to show you guys the video that the course that we're doing. It's something different than what we normally do. Normally with Monday mix-up, we just take a specific 18-hole course and mix it together. I've gone ahead and made the crazy decision. We are going to have a Freaky Friday-ish Monday mix-up in honor of Labor Day. It is the Rattlesnake and Crawdad Swamp Mixer. These are going to be really scoreable. There's 2 drivable par 5s from Rattlesnake Ridge. I did you guys a favor. I pulled hole 12 out because I know how bad that hole can be sometimes. So 2 drivable par 5s. The rest of the holes are either drivable par 4s or par 5s themselves. I believe there's 1 or 2 from Crawdad. Everything else is scoreable. So we'll jump up the prize pool a little bit on Monday, but you're looking at a potential for not only 40 unders in Freaky Friday, but some 40 unders in Monday mix-up as well. So really excited about that. We're just trying some different stuff, especially with everybody or a lot of people having Monday off. So let's see how it goes. All right, hole 4. This is Ryland, number 15. A little bit closer to this castle than I'd like to be, but we're going to take our 3-wood. This is a drivable par 5. What we really want to do is just get on the green, kick back. All right, no kicking back, but we're going to putt this, hopefully, for double eagle. Yes. I forgot to change the player name, so don't worry. We have fixed that. When we log back in for our next game, it will be the People's Champ because... well, that's what we're here to do. For some reason, somehow my camera settings keep getting changed, so my face keeps getting really weird and bright, so apologize because I am super light-skinned as it is, so the lights don't help. But, hey Todd, thank you for joining us. Joe as well. Danny Boy, thank you for the keys on hole 10. We are looking at hole 5 right now. This is Turtle Island 14. We're actually, no wonder the scores are so damn good today because these so far have been really, really good setups, and I love it. So that means I might have a chance of actually hitting a hole-in-one today. Although I missed the trackball, but maybe I'll get a nice kick. Nope, no nice kick. Okay, well, make sure, as always, when you hit the trackball that you don't just palm it. And when I say palm it, I mean I hit it with the tip of my finger. Or not the tip, but the bottom part of my finger. The important part is I screwed up because I didn't hit it with my palm. I didn't hit it hard enough, but that's all right. This is why we play multiple games. This is my first look at the daily contest. You know, I feel like I say that all the time, but I just like to clarify to people that I've not seen these setups. I know what holes they are, but that doesn't mean anything really because the setups vary so much. Let's see. Hole 6, Monument Valley 13. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put release on my 5 hybrid, and it will all make sense very soon because you just want to ride this little hill down there, and then boom, we got a really clear shot. I got my 10.5 degree driver, which means we are going right at the pin. Ugh, These are some good setups. So shout out to the ITNet randomness that decides all these pin and tee boxes and all that, because so far so good as we go through our reverse round on Freaky Friday. Grand Savannah number 12. Shout out to Brian Bernhardt, who is one of maybe 5 people, but he was the first, and before there was gold tees, because I'll never hear the end of it otherwise, he was the very first to hit a hole-in-one on this hole way back in the day. So kudos to him, because I don't want to hear about it later. But not a drivable setup here, but not a bad setup either. We're going to get in the mud, but the nice thing is here, we've got a lot of club to work with. I've got an 8-wood. I've got a nice down 5 green slope. So I'm probably going to need to hit it harder than that, which I should have known because I literally just said we're hitting it out of the mud. But regardless of that, still a good setup. If you go out in the mud and you actually hit your 8-wood properly, unlike I did, it's a pretty straight line towards a potential double eagle. Hole 8, Pine Meadow number 11, another Golden Tee 4 remastered course. Just want to get that bad boy out there as far as you can. It's a nice 7-mile-an-hour wind that's blowing to the left, so we're probably going to be offset here with our approach shot. Actually, we're really not offset too much, and honestly, I think this will work out in everybody's favor. You just got to avoid that rock wall, but play that 7-mile-an-hour wind to your advantage, and you're putting in, maybe even get some great shot points. It's going to be, what, yeah, 8 feet away is what I was going to say. Mike, yes, I will be in Richmond. I know we talked a little bit about it yesterday, but the last, not in Vegas tournament, the 17th and final at the Baja Bean in Richmond, Virginia. If you've never been to an IV tournament, you absolutely need to go to this tournament as we kind of celebrate the end of an era. And live tournament events, I know a lot of people will say this would not be the same what it is today if it was not for everything that the Hefe Jeff alums has done for live events and the tournament he's had in Richmond all these years. So we'll talk about more of that next week. We got some special plans in store for everything. And but hole 9, this is Pine Coast number 10. Interesting setup. It's not a bad setup. You don't have to worry about the trees too much. My concern is that 10-mile-an-hour wind. See, damn it. I don't know what Adam's doing to this trackball, but man, it is. I'm gonna need a new one soon. Highly recommend that you get a microfiber towel to clean your trackball and deck off, especially if you play in a bar or restaurant that serves food. Because you're gonna need it. It's also hot in this lounge, so I can't blame it all on Adam. And now the deck is probably too dry for me. Maybe not. Chipped in for eagle. Nice thing is, you hit the water, you hit a bad shot, and you chip it in for eagle. It's okay. So look at that. I've had a few mistakes on the front 9 for the first time playing it, and we're at 15 under. So there's a lot of opportunity there. Todd, I apologize, I did not finish that, but we will have the next set of 9 holes coming to you guys next week, and maybe we will play the entire thing. One thing that makes it hard is because we do those videos in advance, so even though they come live to you guys as a premiere, they're not actually live like the daily contests that I do. It's just it's finding the balance between when you guys watch videos the most, and also obviously time in the office and when we're still here. So if there's enough enough people want to see the People's Champ play Freaky Friday and casual, I think we can make it happen.
Golfer 1, ready to hit.
Hole 11, this is Jack Rabbit Junction number 8. I feel like I broken record just saying the same thing over and over, but this is a really good setup. I'm going to take a high T5 wood. I'm kind of weary about hitting in between those cactuses. Actually, you know what? Let's just do a high 6 wood just to stay safe. Yeah, and that clears it easy. So, well, I don't know, easy. But it cleared it pretty well. I'm going to have a fun putt, but I'm just a little worried about... Well, I mean, we might try 5-wood. If you guys have already played Freaky Friday and have tried a 5-wood and it's worked, let me know. But honestly, 64-foot putt, who cares? Apparently, I've learned how to... Those left 5s always seem to be my nemesis when it comes to putting. So I'm just going to walk away with the eagle and pretend like I don't know anything more. Hole 12, this is Falcon Sands number 7. A fun par 4 because there's a couple different ways you can go about it. You can high tee a wood through the gap here. You could also high tee a wood here. You could also use a 10.5 degree driver that with no high tee to keep that backspin. I think we will try high tee 3-wood through the gap. I can't remember if this will get over or not, but we'll find out. Oh, look at that. Now, if it just catches the green, that'll be great. Okay, so that's a pretty safe shot there with the high tee 3-wood. All right, this trackball, you might actually get a viral video of me smashing this trackball with a hammer because that was actually, I know when I'm terrible at chipping, and that was not it. Hole 13, par 4 is a drivable par 4 from Celtic Shores. Remember, this was a pretty fun setup a few weeks ago for Throwback Thursday. Not as straightforward as a look, but not too bad here.
The backspin slowed it down. Call for 1. With an eagle 2. Ready to tee off.
I knew there was going to be a Tundra hole here. Tundra Peak, hole 5 for number 14 in our reverse round Freaky Friday. I keep catching I'm just not doing well hitting this trackball. I'm like beating my poor wrist up, which I'm surprised I've never broken it or anything after, 25 solid years of beating on a trackball. Almost chipping from the gravel. But again, a lot of openings here. This is one of those courses that is really worth playing a handful of times just because the potential to score big is there. We pay 300 spots deep as always for these contests, and I gotta say, some of these holes have set up very, very well. I know there is sometimes a play on hole 15 where you can actually just go low tee straight at it. I don't think that's the case here. I don't feel comfortable going around with a low tee. Actually, you know what? Why not? Low tee it is. Yeah, low tee and we caught the tree. So we'll probably go around next time. Although it gives us a really nice setup here. You know what? I don't ever chush. And there's clearly a reason why I don't.
Call for 1. As this. In the cup. Call for 1 on tee.
Hole 16, par 4, hole 3 of Rattlesnake Ridge. A little bit of a tougher setup. You're gonna have to beat some sense into this one, but we're gonna go ahead and put release on. Actually carried. I probably hit that too hard. I gotta say, it's actually a damn good shot. And look at that. Double eagle putt for the win. Not literally for the win, but I enjoy the double eagle putt. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, hey, I forgot what I was doing earlier because I realized my money mistake. I forgot I was changing my guy and then never actually changed anything. We'll throw on this cool sweater, which you can go and purchase your own at goldentee.com/pro shop. Just saying. Or goldentee.com/shop, actually. Should probably get that right. Throwback to Hulk Hogan over here, or whatever this may be. Looks close enough. Look at this. All right, this is what is going to take us to the promised lands of Golden Tee 40 under. Mike, I couldn't give you an answer as to why that'd be a dev team question, why they only include it in casual. I think because you can already play Freaky Fridays in events mode, or excuse me, in invitational contest mode anyways. That would be my most logical guess. Probably the same reason why we brought real-time rivals to casual first, just to see how well it gets played before there is a lot more work involved to get it connected to live and pull stats and all that kind of data. So that would be my question, or my assumption there, but I can't give you a for sure answer. Have no update on Arizona. It's, if anything ever happens, it's not going to be a quick process, unfortunately. So you're just going to have to stay tuned. I really can't say much because there really isn't much to say, unfortunately. Just like this shot, I hit it too soft.
Peter, what do you think? Golfer one prepares to putt. 30 and 3 strokes. Golfer one teeing off.
All right, so look at that. Even with the terrible shots that I've hit in this game, we're still potential for getting a 30 under. Hole number 1 is rustic, or excuse me, hole 18 is rustic bridge. Hole 1. This one's a little bit trickier. It's not the drivable shot that I really was hoping on this hole. Actually surprised I didn't catch the road there, but hey.
You can use your lipstick to mark the ball.
Golfer one with a putt.
Alright, so even with the handful of terrible shots, missed chips, and mistakes that I made, 29 under for today's Freaky Friday, and that was just the very first game. So a lot of scoring potential on there, a lot of green that should be blue, and of course that par on hole 4. So let's spin another one, shall we? And hopefully we get closer to that 30 or 36 under.
Under beautiful blue skies, it's a great day for golf here at Desert Valley Resort. Welcome to today's round. I'm Jim Nance, and this is Golden Tee Golf.
Desert Valley 18 to kick things off. I couldn't even, I'm not even gonna do it. We're just DNFing because I have no idea what happened there. Maybe it is actually time for a new trackball. This trackball has taken severe beatings in terms of how much real-time rival shots and everything we've been hitting. So maybe it's time to replace this bad boy, although I don't have one up here to replace it with. So we're gonna have to suffer, at least for the time being, with it.
Let's watch the tee shot of golfer one.
But we're not gonna count that. That was only, this is game 2. I would say if that went in, I would have felt so much better about quitting out and starting over. But here's the thing. When it comes to Freaky Friday and the daily contest and you're trying to shoot your best scores, especially screwing up hole 1, yeah, it's going to cost you a couple dollars to start a new game, but it's just going to do better. I mean, I put that shot on the green if I'm lucky, and then I'm putting for bogey. If I put it in the water, I'm putting in for double bogey or worse. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Is it worth playing through all those holes in Freaky Friday and potentially hitting some great shots just to have a negative, a bad score on hole 1 really affect your overall game score? I know I did that a lot as a player. I know it's harder when you're not a top guy, but if you take your time and relax, it actually makes it pretty well worth it. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
This guy's magic around the greens.
Okay, well, my friend Dylan is saying that the first one was not a high tee. So maybe I just hit the button too fast, but that would explain it. But hole 3, this is Mystic Hills number 16. Really nice setup here. Now, instead of going left, I somehow went right. Yep, we might be, this trackball might just be Might be getting the boot here, folks. I'm just gonna take it out, not even replace it with one, and just give it the boot. I got an old Imperial in our Golden T4. I might just break out. You never know. All right, hole 4. This is Ryland, number 15. High T3 wood. Really just want to get it on there and get that double eagle putt.
Way over.
First time it was easy because I could just putt in for double eagle. Oh, come on.
It's better than a drop. But not by much.
Excellent.
All right. Yes, this is the Freaky Friday daily contest. So today's daily contest that goes on until 1 a.m. today. Made sure to actually hit the trackball that time. And look at that, I actually hit the trackball and I'm putting
This is
for eagle.
Golfer 1 with the he's got the eagle.
Joe, yes, it is close to that time to start drinking, although I don't know if I can technically do that in the Golden Tea Lounge, which is why you do not see a cold beverage other than water in my hand. But I appreciate the thought there.
fairway, but still.
So notice how that time I used roll and my ball almost fell off the cliff. So that is why it wasn't intentional, but that is why you should always use release in that situation, especially anytime you're hitting down a hill, just because with roll, sometimes that ball just catches and keeps going and going and going. Eugene, I would say I enjoy having the chance to play the Freaky Friday contest. There's always larger prize pools, so there's a better chance that you can win back some cash. But also, it's mixing up all 74 courses in Golden Tee Live history. So it's just something fresh and something different. This is a throwback to one of our favorite Freaky Friday courses. So you're getting a little bit of everything. The uniqueness of playing holes 18 down to 1 and using different courses is just fun to me. Missed the trackball again. I keep doing a lot of this. Like you can't see it, but like this right here is so red because I'm coming across the wrong way on it. That's all right though. Got my nice little 6 wood that I hit extra hard to make sure I didn't do what I did the first time. Sean Gervais, Daryl Dare, thank you for joining our little watch party. Of course, a lot of traffic on YouTube. Jason A, I just saw your comment now. The trackball sounds rough, but here's the thing. You can't, it's really a case of you can't judge a book by its cover, because some of the best trackballs, thank you for the unintentional assist there, Rock. Some of the best trackballs sound rough. You know, just because it sounds rough doesn't mean that it doesn't feel smooth to whoever's using it. So, although it is a good, it's a good, it's a good judgment call to a certain degree. You just have to make sense. I honestly, the microfiber towel really helps, because even if the trackball is like dusty or greasy, or even the deck itself, it's just, you'll see a lot like Joe Massara and Mark Stenmark, those top guys, like they'll do that a lot, whether they use their shirt or not. I've got one of them fancy, like you can sweat in it and it doesn't really look like it because it's a nice Nike polo, so it doesn't really do me well trying to clean the trackball. But look at this. All right, hole 9. This is Pine Coast, number 10. That feels so much better than the first shot I hit. If it stays on the green, yes. Look at that. We're going to putt in for double eagle. Daryl, good to hear from you, my friend. Eugene, so here's the thing. Sean Gervais is a liar, so don't listen to him. I love you, Sean, but he's just messing with you. If you play until 11, I don't know where you're at location-wise, but the daily contest goes until 1 a.m. Central Time. So you still have time to get out to your favorite local establishment, maybe have a cold beverage or two. I didn't catch it in time, but hey, we had all blue except the first hole, which is a par 3. So 18 under for the front, and that's pretty good. Cody, what do you mean the game isn't what it used to be, my friend? I'm always up for discussion, and I don't mind criticisms. Just love to hear your thoughts on what you mean by that. Oh, it actually caught the green pretty well. Shot points? Oh, I even did the spin move and everything. I was like, yeah, great shot points, but I didn't get any. Okay. All right, hole 11. This is Jackrabbit Junction number 8. Could probably funnel a 5-wood. You know what? I don't care. We're gonna try the 5-wood. We'll hit a high T 5-wood and see what happens. Okay, yeah, 5-wood easily clears it. I was just worried. I should have just taken full advantage of it being game 1 and just hit the 5-wood. I had the 6-wood with a nice 64-foot putt, so now I'll probably screw up a 5 hybrid chip on it. Yep, as soon as I said it, I literally, I just need to stop talking and predicting myself. Cody, I mean, I can't really say, I've been playing Golden Tee since '96. Golden Tee is never really, it's not meant to be the PGA Tour that you see out on television. I mean, it's a video game. It's supposed to have an element of fun and surprise and different. Nick, I don't know what your shake my head is for, but, you know, thank you for joining us anyways. Missed the trackball there. I keep saying it, and I'm just not doing anything to correct it, but my side shots, like, I'm just hitting it stuff with the side of my palm, and it's just not doing well.
He'd sure like to have that last shot back. This lie is awful.
Go for one.
Yeah, Eugene, it's just something I just need to correct. I talk about it, but part of my problem is I play too fast in general, and then trying to talk about stuff while playing just makes things a bit more complicated. Now, I put a low T on there just to see if it would make a difference. Wasn't planning on catching the top of that rough there, but that's all right. Sean, I do accept your apology in advance, saying that it is your fault. Aaron, how long did it take you to become a good player, and how often did you play? Well, I'll be honest. This is probably going to sound like a tooting my own horn story, but I had a lot of family that own, you know, restaurants and stuff that I played a lot of Golden Tee. Like, I was the kid who, when I got home from school, if I didn't have baseball, like I wanted to go hang out with my parents because I knew I was going to play Golden Tee. I was going to get a pop, maybe get a pizza if I behaved. So I would say there's 52 weeks in a year. I probably played 2 to 5 games of Golden Tee a week, like 40 weeks of the year, and that's like I don't know how to, it sounds like I spent so much time as a kid in a bar, which, and I kind of did, but it's, you know, got me here, so I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but so I played a lot of Golden Tee growing up, and then, you know, when I will not say it, but like when Golden Tee 4 came out and they had tournaments and stuff, like I obviously wasn't old enough to go to the tournaments. I may or may not have played an online tournament or two, and, you know, at like 13 years old, and, you know, won a couple dollars here and there, but, you know, hey, who's counting? Oh, look at that 5 hybrid throwing it out there. But I would say I just played a couple games a week for the last, you know, the first 15 years, and then when Live came out, there wasn't too many locations near me. I had a, you know, Saturday morning bowling league where I would go and play some Golden Tee afterwards, but the big thing is just consistency and knowing your mistakes. One of my biggest faults when I was younger, and I can blame it on me being younger, even though I still do it now, is I have always been guilty, except on the live streams, which is weird, but I was always guilty of making a bad shot and getting so upset about it and letting it ruin, like, my moment, and then I would take it out in the game. And I know we've all done it. If I had a bad shot, I would get mad, and then I would I would miss a putt or miss a chip or accidentally hit a chip when I was trying to putt because I was so upset. So it's a lot of it is a mental game, and of course, as I got older, it got a little better. It's gotten a lot better now because I'm obviously live streaming as part of my job, and I represent the company when I go to tournaments, and it was actually a really good shot on Moose Landing number 2. But I think the biggest thing is just if you have a bad shot, don't let it ruin your game. Just kind of give yourself like the 10-second breather. Just step back and say, all right, damn it, we had a bad shot. Like, what can we do to make it better type thing. And it's paid off. I've had to do that more because of live streams because I don't want to look like a terrible person. But all kidding aside, like, it's really just take a breath. Obviously, the more you play, the better you get. And I missed the trackball. Again. Missing the trackball. It kind of worked. Not really, but... Oh, of course. Well, I can already tell you, based on the texture, that's out of bounds. So maybe we don't get as aggressive and use the driver to go through the trees. Maybe we don't use the 3 hybrid to get aggressive either. Alright, well, that was a bad ending to this game. Oh, bad ending fixed with a 5 hybrid chip, of course. Well, Cody, one of the things, too, is that now in Golden Tee Live for the last 8 years, you know, there's the ability to use custom equipment. Golden Tee Live has always had custom equipment, but now there's more golf balls, there are more club options. There's clubs that weren't around in Golden Tee 3D Golf and Golden Tee 4. There's, of course, also the roll, bite, and release options that weren't in games previously. The biggest thing is the ability to use golden tees. So that really affects, that makes these courses a lot scoreable. And of course, a Freaky Friday is made where you can shoot 30 to 40 under scores. Realistically, you're going to see 28s to 31s, especially at this point when the courses have been around for almost a year. See, now because of what happened before, I'm just hitting... I'm hitting that first shot way too hard. So we're gonna rage quit again, as everyone likes to laugh about. But this will be the final game because I've got some packing to do and other things, which means we are gonna make it the best game we've had. Thanks for joining us, Eugene. Hopefully you're still on there. I just saw the comment now, but yeah, hopefully you're able to get out tonight and have some good rounds.
Ready to tee off.
Alright, didn't crush it that time. I feel a lot better about it. Too close for shot points, but that's okay.
Call for 1.
Mike, I am not... the Hickory clubs, it's funny that you mentioned those. I won't tell you why. It's funny that you bring those clubs up.
At the tee.
Alright, for those of you, I know a few people just were able to join. Thank you, Kevin Lindsay, Golden Tee Lounge, the soon-to-be former Golden Tee Lounge, as we move next week. Hill, look at the Hill assist.
Nice shot.
This is the best of Freaky Friday series. So this is the reverse round. So we're taking our favorite holes, 18 down to 1. You just saw Timber Bay number 17. We started off with a par 3 18 from
It's call for 1.
Desert Valley. This is Mystic Hills 16, which I just can't get a solid straight shot on for some reason. Mike, I will have to get back to you on next week's event. I need to go look at that. We set that up earlier this week, so it's just been crazy here. Aaron, I do not stream every day. Typically, right now, the schedule is usually Monday Mix-Up, Throwback Thursday, and Freaky Friday. My hope is to have a more concrete time and schedule just to help you guys be able to tune in more. So once we get to the new building and build out the Golden Tee Lounge and all that stuff, it will be a lot easier to do that and make it a little bit, you know, more clear for you guys. All right, look at that. That's what I wanted this entire time. It would have been better if it went in for a Super Albatross, but putting in for Double Eagle. Maybe I should have Sean, our video guy, just make a rage quit graphic. So when I do rage quit, you don't really see me quitting, but you just see a fun graphic. That's what I think we should do. Bert, it looks tough, but it's honestly not that tough of a setup. I had a bad round last game. I almost shot 30 the first game pretty easily. It's gonna take you a few games to get the shots down pat. Oh, that looks good. I should have put a roll on that. I was trying to play it safe.
Next up, golfer 1.
I will be straight up honest with you, Todd. As much as I love the idea of a top 100 shots of the year, the amount of time that it would take to not only go through thousands of shots to figure out the top 10 or top 100, but also to put them together is a lot of work. Like a lot of work. I love the concept and the idea, but I feel like 100 might be a bit much.
Let's watch the tee shot of golfer 1.
I'm sick and tired of this damn hole, so we made sure to get all of that 158 miles an hour. To the point where I hit it too close, and now we'll have an awful long putt.
Golfer 1 with the
Yep, Mike. Clubs and new clubs and new golf balls coming up in the next few weeks. Actually, might be something we feature next week alongside the Freaky Friday course, or more of the Freaky Friday course and casual. There's a lot of stuff we haven't covered yet, and it's not because we don't want to. It's just there's a lot of stuff, and just a lot of stuff going on. Next week will be an interesting one with our move going on. So as of right now, the plan is to ultra shot. What I think might happen next Thursday for Throwback Thursday is that I will record that video very early, and then it will be live, but live in the fake sense. Like, so we'll premiere it, we'll play a few games. I unfortunately won't be able to chit-chat back and forth with you guys. Excuse me, but maybe what I'll do is when the video is playing live, I'll jump in the comments and talk to you guys and answer some of your questions. We just need to be packed up and ready to move probably by Thursday, I think, is what we've changed it to. So, Sergio, honestly, no, there is not a reason. I'm actually going to change it now because I believe that I changed it to the stock putter, I don't know, probably months ago. I want to say it was months ago because I needed it for a video or for screenshots, and I just never changed it back, to be quite honest with you. But now that you say that, I've changed it. So next time you guys see me on Monday, it will be no, Danny Boy, no, the Restream bot does not connect to Facebook. That's more of a Facebook limitation, not the tool itself. Also, before I forget, because I shot really well, look at that's a clean. It's about as clean as you can get. Start with a birdie on a par 3, eagles across the board, and then a double eagle on hole 9, 19 under. I'm cool with that. There's probably some crazy person out there that gets this on the green, but I am not that crazy person. I especially shooting 19 under, I just don't want to ruin a good game, especially because this is the game we're getting out on. Bert, I am using grabber golf balls with a Build-A-Bag.
Here's the backspin.
Probably about the safest shot I could play on that hole. So my Build-A-Bag has the 9.5 degree driver, the 10.5 degree driver, 3 wood, the 5 wood, 6 wood, 3 hybrid, 8 wood, 5 hybrid, 6 iron with super spin, 8 iron with super spin, 9 iron with super spin, G wedge with super spin, and then a lob wedge with super spin. So, all right, it worked before. Hopefully it works now. We are going to do the high T5 wood. Oh, I almost hit that. I almost hit the cactus because I was trying to cut the shot in. So not only
He's on, but it'll be a long putt from here. Golfer 1 with a shot.
oh, ooh, did not like that, but shout out to the gopher on this hole. Danny boy, I didn't really put 2 and 2 together, but that makes sense.
Ready to tee it up. Golfer 1.
Yeah, I don't use thumbs, Mike, so usually I only hit forward only when I'm using an iron on a par 3 that I don't want to hit much left or right. Grab your golf balls. I just don't, I'm not a thumber. I've never been a thumber. No matter how much I try to thumb, it just doesn't work. Hopefully this actually gets up there. And no, it doesn't. So there goes the good game we had.
Careful, you can't be too strong with this.
All right, well, this hole is going to be a challenging one. It's
Plain old bad lie.
that's all right. All right, well, it was good while it lasted.
On the green and near the cup. Golfer 1. Golfer 1 at the tee.
Yeah, Danny Boy's got a good point. That would be kind of what I was getting, or in my head I was saying out loud, just didn't actually happen yet. Is that
He'll be putting.
the palming it forward with no pullback? It just doesn't do it for me because it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, even with the thumbers have a better chance, a lot better likelihood of hitting a straight shot with the thumbs. For palming, it just doesn't. Part of it is because I've been playing this game for so long, and I've only probably spent the last 10 years actually pulling back most of my shots. A lot of times, back in 3D and 4, I was just using like push forward. Yeah, no rage quitting. I don't have the energy for that. I actually didn't even think about it until you guys brought it up. I'll just hit a really good shot for once on this hole. Nope, almost. I'm just apparently only good at the first 9 holes, which is, you know, whatever.
Next up, golfer 1.
I was told this shot works, and it didn't because I hit an invisible leaf. So, shout out to that invisible leaf. Not that we really had much going on in this round after those screw-ups. Really? Why is it not asking me if I want to send stuff to YouTube? It's a great question. Thanks for asking. Well, I don't know if we really call that a chush. Adam Kramer would be proud. But, it just breaks my heart because we were doing so well. It's a heartbreaker, folks.
That's a nice shot to the green there.
Golfer 1. Double eagle. Let's watch the tee shot of golfer 1.
Before I forget, I wanted to send an email about the YouTube thing. Thank you, thank you. No, it doesn't have to be 100 yards, Danny Boy. It's, well, at least, where was it? I thought I was far, maybe I wasn't as far as I thought I was. Doesn't matter. And no, unfortunately, I got to get out of here. The Adam and I streaming one together will happen. We do kind of work like different schedules a little bit, so he comes in earlier than I do, I stay later than he does, but we'll make it happen one of these days. Man, that just breaks my heart so much that even with a terrible shot, I'm still going to shoot potentially 34 under. All right.
That hit a leaf.
Hopefully I don't get hit by a car here.
Be remarkable, Jim. This is a horrible lie.
Should have used bite. I wanted to use bite, but I didn't. All right, there you have it. Even just breaks my heart because that is 3 strokes right there, and that's a 36 under. I don't know why I thought it was farther than 100 yards. Never mind, but that's okay. Anyways, great front, subpar back 9. $4,175 in the prize pool, 300 spots paid, $379 top prize. You've got until 1 a.m. Central Standard Time, so that is 7 hours on the dot, actually. And this Monday, the Crawdad Swamp, Rattlesnake Ridge, Monday Mix-Up, Labor Day Special. Going to be a little bit bump in prizes, so make sure that you get out on Labor Day, have a safe weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Hopefully that leaves some room for fun in your future, but we will see you Monday, most likely from the Golden Sea Lounge Northwest, aka my house, and then we will give you more 9-hole Freaky Friday content with a sprinkle of new 2020 gear coming as well. So, have fun, have a safe weekend. We will see you guys next time. Look at my awesome stats, which really don't look as good as they should, and we will see you next week from the Golden Sea Lounge.